Now, Deion has been in the news a lot lately with Jackson State. What I wanted to do was talk about what's been going on at Jackson State lately. I'm going to play this this video here, but you know what? Let's we'll keep that muted here. Jackson State recently had a homecoming.
Yes.
And they bought out a lot of stars, man. They bought out Rick Ross to the homecoming.
Rick Ross had the red carpet, red seat treatment.
Bought out Snoop Dogg. Bought out
the P Valley cast.
The P Valley
was
cast.
your guy there?
Oh yeah,
the lead guy?
Yeah. But both of them were there, man. Uncle Clifford and the rapper. Oh man, y'all know his name. But anyway, it's just that it's at all of these big stars, man. They go Rick Ross at a huge, at a HBCU, not a huge HBCU, but all these huge stars at a HBCU, man. That's just, it means so much to get that, and we know it's all because of Deion.
Yeah, for sure.
They forgot Prime was a rapper.
Yeah, back in there. So you go from
I remember that song. I remember that.
I'm that fucking old. I just showed my age.
So you go from the impact on the field to now even the impact that he's making. Like, if I'm just a general student, not even a football player, I want to be at a HBCU that's bringing out Rick Ross. And like I went to Bethune-Cookman, and our homecoming is coming up in a week, and we got Glorilla coming out.
He had to watch what Deion did.
Oh yeah. I was there.
You was there.
I was there. I was there. Yeah, I was there, and they whooped us pretty bad.
Good seats too. You had real good seats.
Yeah, you did.
I look out for. I'm an alumni, man. I spent a couple dollars, but yeah, we got Glorilla coming this year. That's who we got. Bethune-Cookman.
All right.
Compared to Jackson State getting Snoop Dogg and Rick Ross, and they had Yellow Beezy performing at halftime.
Y'all deserve Glorilla.
And ain't nothing wrong with Glorilla.
Y'all ain't know what to do with Victor Johnson. Y'all deserve Glorilla.
And Glorilla should go bring out all the little girls there that's at school, but that's not gonna do anything for us alumni and the women there. So
y'all know y'all gonna be F and F though.
Yeah, they gonna play that to the death. But like I said, man, the impact is going. Even if I'm a general student, I want to be there, man. I want to be.
For sure.
No, you should.
I'm really intrigued by the Deion impact. I wonder what the impact of just enrollment is.
Yeah.
Like, and how many applications are they getting?
That's what I'm saying.
For student body now. Is it,
Yeah,
and
you got Nick Saban hating on
them. And I'm sure you're going to have, what that's going to mean is that, whatever, your grades, your standards, all that's going to go higher. It is a stunning transformation that he has underway.
Yeah.
And it's really, he's succeeding by every measure you can succeed. I mean, just literally, there's been nothing bad.
Honestly, though,
from his efforts.
Honestly, Bubba, you can attest to this. Mm-hmm. Just not to even. It's not playing a card. It's just playing a mentality and like what we like us. If you a young black dude, how you not gonna go play for Prime?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's getting to that.
How you not gonna go play for Prime and he wants you? This is the greatest football player ever. Fuck positions. There's a lot of people that were great at positions. When it comes to the game of football, this was the greatest football player ever.
And you get them in your living room. It's gonna be hard to say.
Before there was a Revis Island, nobody passed to the side Prime was on.
Well, but I mean, like it's that, but it's so much big. I mean,
it's a big
the playing
touchdowns on every level of football.
Yeah, I mean the playing, his playing career speaks for itself. He's showing now he's got some coaching chops. Yeah. He's done well recruiting. He's built this incredible environment at Jackson State. And then the other thing is like he's also sort of embraced this role of being like a voice of wisdom.
Yeah.
The stuff he's saying and the stuff he's putting in his social media platforms, it's universally good. It's well thought out. It's pushing an agenda of like maturity and professionalism in young people.
You know what stand out for me for it?
What's that?
Most boys do not want to play for their dad.
Yeah, there was a period of time my son didn't want to play for me.
These boys
went to the extent
love playing for their dad.
Oh, for sure.
And play at a high level for him.
Yeah.
You got some boys that's like, my dad pushed me too hard. I don't want him to be my coach, man.
Yeah.
They like, no, my dad bring out in me what need to come out of me.
Right.
I want to play for him.
Yeah, no, it is an interesting dynamic.
Shador is like the best, because we all know, I forgot his name, it started with an S too. Shiloh. Yeah. Shiloh is like 75% of what Deion was.
Mm-hmm.
He's not his dad, but he's like a strong 75% of what his dad was.
I think he's going to be the one that makes it to the next level.
Really?
Shador is going to be a good quarterback. I don't think he's going to be a star quarterback. He can be. If he make a turnaround, he can make a turnaround and have a leap with the right tutelage. Because there's things that quarterback his daddy can't teach him.
Yeah, he'll have to go undrafted.
Like his daddy,
it's so hard.
Like his daddy always tell them, we got rich off these feet.
You think so?
I know so. Yeah.
Why?
I don't think he'll be a high draft pick at quarterback. I think he'll go 4th round.
Yeah.
3rd, 4th round.
From Deion's connections, he could go, mid to late rounds, but I just think he'll go undrafted.
Does he have bad measurables?
There's a lot of backup.
Not great.
They're not great.
Think about the players who do come from that type of level. You got Carson Wentz. I mean, he's a fucking man-child.
We had Steve McNair before.
Man-child.
Steve McNair.
It's
been other people.
There was a man-child.
Trey Lance,
yep.
A physical marvel. Like these guys, he's not. Sanders is not at all.
No.
He's a smaller
Steve
frame.
Utah. I was finna say Steve Young went to a low. BYU. I thought Steve Young went to a lower school.
No.
Smaller frame, and he's not.
I forgot he went to the Mormon school.
Yeah,
he doesn't. He doesn't pop off the page athletically. He doesn't flip off the screen. He doesn't jump off the screen athletically.
Right.
I'm sure he's athletic,
Patrick
but
Mahomes
he's not Lamar. He's not. And not that you have to be. I'm saying he's not even Russell.
Patrick Mahomes didn't jump off the screen either.
Nah, Patrick can throw 90 yards. He always could.
Patrick didn't jump off the screen.
He did. Texas A&M. He had games where he threw for 700 yards. Texas Tech. I mean,
yeah.
He had games. You know what I mean? The duel with him and what
Baker
that was.
Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker. He set records. And what I'm saying is,
where that running back at from Wyoming?
It's not just that. It's that the level he's on.
Where the running back at from Wisconsin that broke the record?
The running back?
Cause my boy from Oklahoma broke it. And then the boy from Wisconsin broke it.
But it's not just about breaking records. It's also about the level, the level that he's on too.
Exactly.
Like they put all of that into context, and he's not going to jump off the page athletically. He's not extremely accurate, but he is a good quarterback.
You put him
but that's
in
the
right
problem.
System and he would show out.
Like Trey was undoubtedly the best quarterback in that.
I think we talked about
in that
time.
division.
I call it the
the
Dwight Howard syndrome.
Shador is not.
I call it the Dwight Howard syndrome, and I call it that for everything. All right, when somebody's good at something, and you know they're good at something, but you take them and you try to make them do something else. I hope they don't do that with him. I hope they see what he's good at and his strong points.
Well, I mean,
and build offense around that.
I think he was a 3 borderline 4-star recruit. Florida State wasn't seriously pursuing him. He was prior to Deion getting the Jackson State job. He was committed to FAU to play for Willie Taggart. So he didn't come in as a 4 or 5-star guy. I agree with you. It's probably not a physical marvel player. But he'll have to be on campus one more year.
Yeah. Some more experience.
I'm not writing it. I'm not saying he's going to be a projected first-round guy, but if he continues to grow, it wouldn't surprise me to see him go in the middle rounds.
That's a better way to put it. Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
That would be the thing. But again, I don't off the top of my head, I don't know.
I don't see him
his measurables. I don't know if he's 6 foot or 6'2".
But next year,
I thought he was like 6'1".
Next year, you got to expect
6'2", 6 foot, like 6'1"ish.
Yeah, okay. I mean, maybe he is. I just don't know.
They're going to play. They're going to play better teams next year. It's going to be better players around him next year. So that's really what I want to see.
He got his homeboy at receiver.
It was hard for me. He threw 2 interceptions in the game that I went to against Bethune, but I'm not pinning that against him. But what I'm saying, it's hard to look at that game and come away with something about him because he's going against Bethune-Cookman.
Right.
Bethune-Cookman is a bad team in that division. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let alone playing in that division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not a lot I wanted to take away from that game looking at him.
And at the end of the day, he'll benefit from playing better competition next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he'll be
and
put
that's
in
what I
different
want to see.
situations and stuff.
Yeah.
And again, and we talked about this a couple weeks now running, where if the majority of your games are blowouts, you don't see some of the things that they like to see out of quarterbacks. How do you handle close games and manage clock and stay composed when you're trying to make a comeback?
Oddly enough, their closest game this year was their homecoming game. And it's funny because the first time we talked about Jackson State is you're supposed to schedule the worst team for your homecoming game. I don't know if they actually the team they scheduled
is Campbell, wasn't it?
Yeah, they don't have an awesome record. But at the same time, it was a close game.
Yeah, and it might have been a little bit of a trap game. And honestly, I mean, maybe all the fanfare was a little bit of a distraction that week.
Yeah,
I mean, could be
for the players too. Yeah,
could be.
Yeah. When you got the strippers coming from the paint, a little distracted, man.